Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So happy 4th of July to all the American viewers. And today we're going to talk about what Cathie Wood said in her latest In the Know and what this has to do with Palantir. So I just want to make it clear in the beginning, confession, that this was a clickbait title because her In the Know wasn't specifically about Tesla and Palantir. But if I don't put that into the title, I get 0 views. So don't hate the player, hate the game. Sorry. But needless to say, this video is very important for Tesla and Palantir investors, so it still feels okay with this titles. And as always, if you like this content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button that is down there. And if you want to go further and support the channel, check out the first link in the description box below, where you can support the channel on Patreon for $5 a month and get direct access to me and access to all the valuations that we have on the channel. So Cathie Wood on the 2nd of July, 2 days ago, released a video called Finding Growth. It was her monthly In the Know series where she details her thoughts about the market. And I wanted to do a super cut of, showing you all the important parts of that video. And I worked many hours and hours on it. And to tell you the honest truth, it was too much mumbo jumbo and I just couldn't make any good video that would be of any value to you guys. So I skipped that, but I'm gonna put the link in the description box below to her video if you want to watch her full reasoning. But there were some very good few points that I do want to take up that are very important for Tesla, Palantir, and anyone who's investing in the market. Cathie is like our crazy aunt, and she has been not having her shine, to put it mildly, lately. Her ETF has been devastated, and I feel that she has been so wrong that soon it's time for her to be right again. And she is basically wrong until she's right. She had some very, very, very good points. So, for example, she thinks that deflation is a bigger risk on a long time horizon because of innovation. And I think that this is completely irrelevant for us because it's so much longer into the future. Obviously, if we have robo-taxis driving us around and, transportation doesn't cost anything and we have Tesla bots making all the products, then everything is going to be a lot cheaper, but it's just too much into the future for this to be an issue currently. So she believes that the Fed is raising the interest rates faster than ever when you look at it percentage wise, because, in a previous cycle when the Fed was increasing the interest rate, if you went from 6% to 8%, that's only a 25% increase of your, of your payments, what you need to make. But if you looked at right now, we're going from 0%, which resulted in 30-year mortgage rate of about, let's say 2%. And the Fed is trying to increase the rate to between 3 to 4%, which is going to be a 30-year mortgage rate of 6, 7, 8%. You can see that that's more of a tripling of your interest expenses. And when you look at it percentage-wise, this has never been done. And this can very easily lead to an overcorrection. And I tend to agree with this. Then she obviously said how much the market has been dropping. And, everybody knows this. But what is very interesting is that the crypto markets have fallen to such a level that, big crypto players are coming in to backstop the crypto economy. For example, the owner of FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, recently came out and he started giving emergency loans to different, crypto exchanges. And I believe he's buying out Binance for about $250 million. And it's very interesting that it has fallen to a level where, the big players these guys, they really know crypto inside out. They have way more information than we ever had. And they think that it's a good enough level to start bailing the people out. So I am, based on the data that she was saying, beginning to think that I have been too negative on the market. So it's very important to know how models work, because I'm sure that you have heard that the stock market is forward looking. And the reason for that is I want to give you an example on my Tesla model. And this is the one that you can, access via Patreon and, you can play with the numbers. But let's say we hear news that, the Tesla Shanghai factory is closed and it's going to be closed for the whole year, right? So then as an analyst, I just go and change my model and say, okay, Tesla is not going to increase 30%. Here you can see the price target. Let me just make it bigger so you guys can see. So here is some assumptions in the table. And here the table throws out what price I think Tesla is a good buy at. Okay. This is not so important now. What is important is If we say that, okay, for whatever reason, Tesla is not going to grow 30%, it's going to grow 20%. So the analysts, they write that in to their tables. And then you see that the price went from 580 to 423 for Tesla stock. But this is what people don't understand, is that the next time when Tesla reports that, oh, again, we only did 20%, the model doesn't change and this price doesn't change because it was already known. This is when, you know, the good news start to be very, very interesting, because when everybody is so negative and everybody prices in maximum negativity, then you're not thinking with that, you know, positive things can also happen. So the good news can be, for example, that the Russia-Ukraine war can suddenly end, or, you know, like suddenly there's, you know, more demand than what people thought, or the consumer is more resilient. We have all been really max negative. And this is another thing that I was thinking over the weekend that really, really makes you see it. You know, everybody talking about, you know, getting the inflation down, but what does it actually mean to get the inflation down? Because we all know that the gas is like $6-7 a gallon at the pump in the US. And this is what people don't understand, that they think that, you know, for the stock market and everything to recover, the oil price has to go back to, I don't know, $2 at the pump. But here's the very interesting thing. Crude oil just has to, even if it stays the same, it basically means that inflation started, you know, phasing out. If it falls, that is deflation. Even if it just increases at a slower pace than it has been, it's already very, very good news. And you have to keep in mind that, you know, the Saudis have the, you know, the cheapest production cost to make oil. I believe that their cost is about $10 a barrel. The Russians are next. It's somewhere around $30 a barrel. And fracking makes sense, which can be done in the US after $50 a barrel. And the oil price is $110. So it's pretty much with any technology currently, it makes sense to, you know, dig for oil. And if the oil price goes higher, it somehow, I feel that, you know, the invisible hand of the free market is just going to take care of it, because it will be so much incentive to, you know, open new, you know, oil rigs and, you know, refineries, that it will just, the invisible hand of the free market is going to take care of it. So I have a very hard time seeing how the oil can sustainably go higher. And I don't think that people are thinking with this. So I want to be on the record saying this, but when Tesla delivery numbers came out, and it was exactly what, you know, we were thinking that they would be. And I was like, wow, I've been so negative on Tesla, and the last piece of negative news came out, and now there's only positive catalysts. And I thought that it's similar to the market. There's so much built-in negative expectations that suddenly starts to be room for an upside. And I don't know if we have hit the bottom, but I believe that there's not much left to reach the bottom. So I will have to update my Tesla price target, and I want to buy into Tesla now. If I can and find money somewhere, I want to add to my Palantir position. I want to wish you guys happy 4th of July. And I want to end with a quote from a billionaire guy. I forget his name. And he says, "In good times, we forget that the times will ever turn bad again. And in bad times, we tend to forget that the times will turn good again." And I feel that this is a bit where the market has gone, and we have been too negative. And I know this is, I mean, this is not meant to be investment advice. This is just my thoughts on the 4th of July weekend. And let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Happy 4th of July again. Bye-bye.